Good morning, guys. I'm happy to report that yesterday went better than the day before. I never ran a temperature yesterday at all, and even though I was tired, towards the end of the day that got better. My appetite came back, and today I feel pretty good. The only thing I really have is a bit of like sinus drainage, and I think that's just allergy related. So I don't know what that was, but I guess it was just an off day, and I'm thankful for that. So I'm currently waiting for the oven to preheat. Oh, I think it did, so I'll stick this here in a second. I'm just making a single serving pizza for Trikafta this morning. Usually I'll have a glass of milk and a bagel. My go-to favorite thing in the morning for Trikafta is a glass of milk with onion bagel and smoked salmon cream cheese, but I am out of the bagels and cream cheese, so I'm just doing other things. So this morning I'm having a pizza. But yeah, so far, like I said, so far so good. Today's been fine. I've only been up like an hour. I made the mistake of, before I went to bed last night, I wasn't really tired, so I went to bed at like 4, and I made the mistake of like reading and watching about true crime stories while I was laying in bed in the dark. Don't do that. Like, I love those things, and if I were to watch it right now, it wouldn't creep me out at all. I just find it interesting. When it's 4 a.m., it's dark, it's quiet, and everyone else in the house is asleep, don't do that. It creeped me out. And then I proceeded to have nightmares all night. So, lesson learned, I guess. But just wanted to say good morning to you guys. Want to tell you guys that I am doing better, so crossing my fingers. Hopefully I'm not sick, and it was just CF being CF. And, we'll just see how today goes. But, oh, and the other part of my dream, so I had nightmares, but then I woke up around like 9 or 8. I don't know, I woke up somewhere around there, and then I fell back asleep. And the other part of my dream was good. I was dreaming that about the hockey and the Lightning, and they were playing, and that was fun. But the other ones, no. So, anyway, just wanted to say good morning to you guys. Hope you guys are doing good as well, and I'll see you guys in a little while. Hey guys, sorry for the late vlog. Time kind of just got away from me today. I'm hoping to go outside around like 8 o'clock, but we'll see. I haven't been out in days because it's been so hot. I think I need to get out. But, so I wanted to talk about, I guess, for a little bit. I read an article last night that really kind of resonated with me. And it was talking about how has the face of CF changed in the recent years, and just it was put out, I think it was by this, it wasn't the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, but it was a cystic fibrosis like news thing, and it was talking about how things have changed rapidly within the past couple of years, and it got me thinking, like, in some ways, no, I still have a deadly illness. I still have to do my treatments and meds to stay healthy. I still have to, you know, I have CF, but it has changed for me. And the thing that I'm kind of thinking about is, has the definition of what CF looks like for me changed? And I'm happy to say yes. And you know, I wasn't really even thinking about it until now, but it's true. Like, the definition of CF for me has changed. The impact that CF has on my life has lessened to a great degree since starting Trikafta. I know, like, just for example, pre-Trikafta, I would, and I'm a 3.5 months into Trikafta, I would get up in the morning and cough. I would cough on my morning treatment. If I was laughing too hard, I would cough. I would get a little winded going up and down stairs. I would cough running. I remember that 5K. It was so much fun, but it was like, I was dying towards the end of it. What else? I had trouble gaining weight. Like, within the past, like, 2018, I started gaining weight from Orkambi, but since Trikafta, it's just like gone way up. I did not have as much energy. I would get exhausted because I would be coughing when I woke up, then I'd be coughing on my morning treatment, and that would take some of my energy, so I just had to rest after my morning treatment. I couldn't just be spontaneous sometimes. I could, but I would have it would be harder. Like, for example, when some of the days were cooler, I would opt to take Panda for a walk and then do my treatment, instead of doing my treatment first. And I couldn't do that before. I mean, I could, but it would be very miserable. I'd be coughing, and it just wouldn't be, I'd be tight-chested, and it just wouldn't be pleasant. So there wasn't a point. And that was the other thing, I would get tight-chested. And since Trikafta, almost all of that's disappeared, there's been a trade-off. It hasn't just been all good. I get more headaches, I get more chest pain, but that's fine. Because since Trikafta, I don't even remember the last time I coughed. It's had to have been more than a week. I don't cough in the morning at all. I don't even cough on my treatments anymore. My O2 has gotten great. I'm like 99 to 100% almost all the time. I rarely ever see a number below 98 now. And not that it was like bad before, mine was always fine, but it would run sometimes 95, 96, and I don't see that. My weight has gone up to the highest I have ever been in my life, which is awesome. I think I'm at a healthy BMI now, and it makes me feel so much better to not have chicken arms. What else? My energy has gotten so much better. I'm not exhausted because I'm not expending energy coughing. And I really want to know what my lung function is. I was supposed to have a pulmonary appointment in May, obviously because of Corona, that had to get moved to July. But I'm really curious. But even if it's not up, because when I went back in January, it was 63%, which was lower. Actually, it had dropped 10%, and that was like really kind of like devastating to me. But then, you know, I didn't know at the time, but I was just starting with that pneumonia, because then I ended up, that was like the end of January, and then I ended up in the ER February 1st. So I think that had something to do with it. But so I'm just gonna say the baseline of about 70, because that's usually where I sit around. I don't know if it's gone up from that or if I'm just back at baseline, but I can tell you I can breathe so much better. I thought I knew what it was like to take a deep breath after I started Orkambi, and that's just like not the same. I can breathe. I can breathe without problems. I can breathe without coughing. I can laugh without coughing. And so I was thinking about that, yes, the definition of CF in my life has changed, and it's for the better. It's not this overpowering dominant force over me anymore. It's this background noise, if you will. And it's interesting. It's really interesting. I mean, like, it literally makes me want to cry. Like, if you'd ever told me that CF would become a background noise, a background, yeah, I need to do my treatment, take my meds, but it's not really impacting me day to day. And there's gonna come a time where I'm gonna end up back in the hospital, and probably my lung function will drop, and all of this. It's the inevitability of CF. But I'm curious to see how long Trikafta will keep me at this, because I don't know, I don't think it's going to last forever. I remember Orkambi, I had a big spike, my lung function went up to 80%, and then it stabilized in the 70s. Because before Orkambi, I was like dropping into the 50s. It was kind of scary. And so Orkambi stabilized me in the 70s, and I've kind of had this curve of up and down. You know, I think, let's see, since starting Orkambi, so I started in October of 2015. I was in the hospital in the beginning of 2016. I went right before graduation. I don't think I went in again until 2017, but that really wasn't CF related. That was anaphylaxis surgery related. And then I was in, was it 2018? I think it was, or was it 2019? No, it was 2019. I was in last February, and then I was in this February. So like four or five, I might be missing one. And then, so we'll see since starting Trikafta, but to put that into perspective, pre-Orkambi, I was having a really hard go of it. 2014, my lung function dropped down to 30%. They thought I might need a lung transplant. This was before I was vlogging. They thought I might need a lung transplant in 2 years. I was like going in like every, like 3 times a year. And then Orkambi essentially saved my life. And then Trikafta has now blown Orkambi out of the water, which is just, I don't know. So that article got me thinking, like, yes, the definition of CF has changed in my life, and I see it in other CFers as well, and it makes me so happy to see. the majority of the CF community getting a new chance, a opportunity to know what it feels like to breathe and not cough. And my heart breaks for the 10% of the CF community that doesn't have that yet. And I hope that in a few years or a few months or however long, like very soon, I hope that that they will have that chance as well, because I think that they all deserve it. I want every single CFer out there to feel like I feel. So that's just something that I was thinking about. Like, it's crazy. It is a new chapter in my CF journey, and you know, I've been taking these notes of how TRIKAFTA has been helping me, and when you think about it all together, when I really think about it, with everything that's transpired in 3.5 months, like, if there was a time you told me I would not cough for weeks on end, I wouldn't have believed you. I really wouldn't have believed you. I mean, Orkambi lessened it, but it never took it away. And I just remember it's crazy because I was terrified to start TRIKAFTA. I was excited, but I was terrified because I was like, I don't want to mess with a good thing. I don't want to, you know, Orkambi's doing great. I don't want to fix something that isn't broken. But I fixed it and made it better. And I'm just so thankful. I'm so thankful. And that is one of my main worries, because when I go in July, it's supposed to be my last CF appointment at the clinic in Arkansas, and I'm supposed to transfer here in Florida. That's one of my main worries, is losing TRIKAFTA within the midst of that process, because the TRIKAFTA shipped from a different place than all my other meds. All my other meds already have been delivered here. Some got delivered today because of the coronavirus, but there's no problem delivering them here. Like, I know I'll have those meds, but TRIKAFTA, I'm gonna really talk about that on my appointment, because I'm like, I can't lose this. I can just imagine pre-TRIKAFTA, it was okay. That was life and it was normal, and I didn't think about anything else. It was normal. Now, imagining losing it, I can't. I can't imagine going back to that. So anyway, I've just been thinking about that since reading that article, because it really struck home with me, and I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. But anyway, so I'm gonna upload this since it's getting pretty late, and I'm hopefully gonna go outside. I really just need to be able to get outside, because I was feeling a bit antsy and just like cooped up, which is understandable. What's today? Today's Friday, so tomorrow is day 70. Oh, wow, 70 days. Yep, that's a lot of days. But just making the most of them. You know, I saw this thing, like, we've reached past the honeymoon phase of quarantine, if you will, and we're in the like do phase, but you know, just making the most of it, enjoying the days as much as I can, and just appreciating that whatever that was not sickness. So anyway, that's all I've got for today. So thank you guys so much for coming along on my day today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night.